Welcome back to the CNN-IBN special, where we are talking to Sushma Swaraj, leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha. Ma'am, let's come to a specific about your party. Arun Jaitley is the leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha, and he is more combative than you as far as the Prime Minister is concerned. He wants to nail down the Prime Minister. He wants to take up political issues that nail the Prime Minister. Your approach is a little different. As we were talking earlier, you said you wanted to move on from certain issues. Is there a difference in approach between you and Mr. Arun Jaitley?
No, not at all. Earlier you yourself were saying that I was targeting personally the Prime Minister. See, on one issue, I held that opinion. Only on that CVC issue. Otherwise, I am no less combative than Arunji. And Arunji also very gracious on matters. So, when he spoke on CVC issue, he said that Prime Minister very graciously accepted his responsibility. There is no difference in approach. देखो, बोलने का तरीका और शैली अलग अलग हो सकती है, बल्कि उसमें तो लोग मेरी शैली को ज्यादा कॉम्बैक्टिव कहते हैं बजाय अरुण जी के, लेकिन हमारी अप्रोच में कोई अंतर नहीं है, दूर दूर तक कोई अंतर नहीं है. लेकिन मीडिया को अच्छा लगता है ये कहना कि हमारी अप्रोच अलग अलग है.
But ma'am, isn't there a battle going on within the BJP at the moment as to who will succeed Mr. Advani, whether it will be you, whether it will be Mr. Jaitley, or whether it will be Mr. Narendra Modi? Is there a battle within the battle?
Not at all. There is no battle within the BJP now, and it was never there. But if I remind you, media has always seen a battle within the BJP. When Atalji and Advani ji, we used to call it Atal Advani era, always there were media reports, Atalji versus Advani ji, who will become the Prime Minister. When Rajnath ji took over as President, media said now there is a battle between Rajnath and Advani. Rajnath wants to become the Prime Minister and Advani, he doesn't want Advani to be the Prime Minister. Rajnath versus Advani, chala diya aap logon ne. Now Sushma versus Arun, Arun versus Sushma. This is not done. There was never a battle between Atal and Advani.
नहीं है सुषमा वर्सेस अरुण?
बिल्कुल नहीं है. ना अटल अडवाणी में कभी थी, ना राजनाथ अडवाणी में कभी थी, ना सुषमा अरुण में है. और मैं आपको याद दिलाऊं तो अटल अडवाणी की लड़ाई 1 मिनट में खत्म कर दी गई थी शिवाजी पार्क मैदान में, जब अडवाणी जी ने स्वयं अपने मुंह से कहा था हमारे प्रधानमंत्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी होंगे, और मीडिया अवाक रह गया था. जिनको लगता था पता नहीं कितनी कितनी लड़ाई होगी, संघ किस तरफ खड़ा होगा, पार्टी किस तरफ खड़ी होगी, बहुत स्पेकुलेशंस की थी आप लोगों ने. 1 मिनट लगा था शिवाजी पार्क की रैली में, अडवाणी जी ने अपने मुंह से कहा था अटल जी हमारे प्रधानमंत्री होंगे. तो वी रिजॉल्व द इश्यूज सो इजीली. लेकिन आप लोगों को लगता पता नहीं किसकी लड़ाई. तो एक लड़ाई आपको हमेशा दिखानी है. अब अटल अडवाणी नहीं रहे लड़ाई में तो राजनाथ अडवाणी आ गए, अब वो दोनों नहीं रहे तो अरुण सुषमा की लड़ाई दिखा दो. There is no battle at all.
But do you see yourself as the prime ministerial candidate of the BJP in 2014?
I never nursed the ambition of any post, but to talk of prime ministership. आज तक जो मिला है पार्टी ने दिया है, स्वयं योग्यता नाप कर दिया है. कभी अपने आप को मैंने क्लेमेंट नहीं बनाया किसी पोस्ट का, नॉट इवन ऑफ एलओपी. पार्टी ने तय किया तो मिला. से मैं कभी अपने लिए एम्बिशंस नर्स करके नहीं चलती, मुझे प्रधानमंत्री बनाओ या मुझे प्रधानमंत्री बनना है ना. पार्टी तय करती है, पार्टी नेतृत्व तय करता है, और जिसके बारे में तय करेगा हम लोग स्वीकार करेंगे.
पर मैम, कहा जा रहा है कि यू आर ग्रूमिंग योरसेल्फ फॉर अ प्राइम मिनिस्टीरियल रोल बिकॉज यू सीम टू बी री इन्वेंटिंग योरसेल्फ. आपका पर्सोना बदल रहा है. यू आर समवन हु इज बिकमिंग मच मोर एक्सेप्टेबल टू द allies or trying to become much more acceptable to allies. You've gone to the Hazrat Bal Dargah. You speak in a different way. Are you consciously trying to reinvent your image?
Not at all. First of all, I use the word nursing and you said grooming. I'm not grooming myself. I was always like that. If I went to Hazrat Bal Dargah, that's nothing new. I went to Raisen Dargah during my elections. I went to Ajmer Sharif. Nobody took note of that. The only thing is now you are taking note of this. My persona was always like that. In battle, I am always combative. In peace, I am always very graceful and dignified. Even when I fought Mrs. Sonia Gandhi in Ballari, I never attacked her personally. Never.
Today, would you still make a statement like if Sonia Gandhi becomes Prime Minister, I will shave my head and eat groundnuts? The statement
100%.
You would still say that?
100%. 4 प्रतिज्ञाएं की थी मैंने. चारों प्रतिज्ञाएं फिर से करूंगी अगर वो वापस दावा ठोकेंगी प्रधानमंत्री बनने के लिए।
कौन से?
मैंने 4 चीजें कही थी। मैं जमीन पर सोऊंगी, मैं भुने चने खाऊंगी, मैं केश कटवाऊंगी और मैं श्वेत वस्त्र धारण करूंगी। ये एक भिक्षुणी की बात थी। एक भिक्षुणी ये सब करती है। भिक्षुणी जमीन पर सोती है, केश नहीं रखती है, श्वेत वस्त्र पहनती है, क्योंकि मैं एक जन आंदोलन खड़ा करना चाहती थी। इस पर मेरी सेंसिबिलिटीज को हर्ट होता है अगर कोई विदेशी प्रधानमंत्री बनना चाहे। मुझे ही लगता है भारत माता बांझ हो गई क्या? भारत माता की ये इतने 100 करोड़ संतानों में कोई नहीं है जो हिंदुस्तान का प्रधानमंत्री बन सके। वो मेरी सेंसिबिलिटीज को हर्ट करता है। आज तो आप सब लोग कहते हैं मेरे उनसे बहुत अच्छे रिश्ते हैं क्योंकि हम एक दूसरे को विश कर लेते हैं, एक दूसरे से हंसकर बात कर लेते हैं, लेकिन वो पर्सनल है। आज भी पॉलिटिकल लड़ाई मेरी वहीं की वहीं खड़ी है। अगर आज भी वो प्रधानमंत्री बनने की दावेदार होंगी तो मैं वही प्रतिज्ञाएं मैं फिर से करूंगी, देश में वैसा ही जन आंदोलन खड़ा करूंगी। इसलिए मैं कहती हूँ कि मेरे पर्सोना को अलग अलग करके देखो।
As the 2 prominent women members of the Lok Sabha, she is the leader of the UPA, you are the leader of the opposition. How do you assess her? Do you have a grudging admiration for her, or do you dislike her as a politician?
No, what is
your assessment?
I don't dislike her. Why should I dislike her? मेरी कोई उनसे पर्सनल लड़ाई थोड़ी है। और एडमिरेशन में तो वो चूंकि संसद में कभी बोली नहीं तो मैं उनके बारे में कोई उनकी स्पीच के बारे में एडमायर करूं, लेकिन वो जब आती हैं बैठती हैं हम दोनों एक दूसरे को विश करते हैं, चाहे जेस्चर से करें चाहे हाथ जोड़ के करें। सेंट्रल हॉल से हम लोग निकलते हैं एक दूसरे को तो एक दूसरे को मिलते हैं, हाथ मिलाते हैं, हंस बोल के निकल जाते हैं। इतना भर है, लेकिन उनको अच्छा और सिविल रिश्ता आप कह सकते हैं। लेकिन उसके बाद भी जो पॉलिटिकल लड़ाई है वो वहीं खड़ी है,
वहीं की वहीं
जो इश्यू है वो वहीं खड़ा है।
lot of people want to ask you about is your Twitter identity, and you're on Twitter a lot, but your party doesn't like the fact that you are on Twitter. In fact, there were some rumors that BJP members were going to be banned from Twitter. Why do you like to be on Twitter, and does your party have a problem with it?
First of all, you use the right word, rumor. It is a rumor. No one stopped me from tweeting. And why am I on Twitter? Because Twitter is the fastest instrument of communication. It is brief, it is precise, it is fast. In a second, you can reach thousands of people. And then one thing about me, that sometimes falsehood are spread. I can correct that. This is also an instrument of remedy for me. For example, only 2 days ago, there was a news item published in a very important daily that PM hosted dinner for me and my family. He cancelled all the engagements. He asked Prithviraj to remain out and he hosted a lavish dinner, and the caption was dishing out diplomacy. Now there was not an iota of truth in this. I read this statement, I read the news item, and immediately I tweeted, dinner and details are imaginary. So I could reach 400 journalists at a time. I could reach thousands of people, of my Twitter followers at a time. I said one should be technology savvy. Why should one be afraid of technology? And why shouldn't I use? Now you are on Twitter. I am on Twitter. We can talk easily. You told me, it's a gentle reminder. Ma'am, I want an interview. Okay, Sagarika, come on. Otherwise, even during session, accessibility becomes difficult. Because we are in the house or we are in the office. You tweeted me, I tweeted you back, and we are having this interview because of Twitter only.
Would you like to assure the Indian citizens that the opposition is not trying to destabilize the country, not trying to bring the government down unnecessarily, but simply trying to play a constructive and responsible role?
Yes, we are a responsible opposition. Rather, while walking out in the finance bill, we said, we do not want to create any constitutional crisis. You are not agreeing to our request? Okay, we are walking out. You pass the finance bill. We are a very responsible opposition, and we will behave as a very, very responsible opposition. I can assure through this channel to the citizens of my country.
Sushma Swaraj, leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, thanks very much indeed for joining.
Thank you, Sagarika. Thank you so much.